Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to see you all. This is very weird for me. Welcome back. Just like I said to the teachers, I'm going to get a little emotional. Being in the theater right now, and Anne-Marie, I know you can feel me with this. This has been one of the worst years ever for performing arts. No theaters are open. The industry has been absolutely decimated by this pandemic. And being able to do live art is amazing because nobody else is doing it right now. And I keep saying to the girls each night before we come on stage, I keep saying, remember that you're one of the only people that are doing this. Many of the other high schools and schools around us aren't even open right now. We are. They get to be here, they get to be on stage, they get to tell amazing, incredible stories. I also told the story to the teachers a couple nights ago that over break, Stephen and I got to go see a show, a play, and it was at one of the only theaters that's open. And we were so excited. We were like, oh, we'd like to walk into the theater to see a professional production. We had that moment of walking in and being very nervous and like having lots of emotions, and then the show was awful. It was absolutely terrible. But it gave me motivation to come back and remind these girls of the things that they're accomplishing, the things that they're doing. This show is not terrible. They do such a beautiful job, and you should each be very, very proud of the work that they've done. They have really done this entire production in 3 weeks. As many of you know, we got done with musical, and Dramatica starts the next week, but we were on COVID pause. So we did auditions over Zoom. We did our read-through over Zoom. And then we came back, we staged the whole show in 2 rehearsals, and then I said, okay, it's on you guys. You got to go on break, come back, and it needs to be memorized. You need to have motivations. If you need Nikki and I spent an hour on Zoom talking about her character, right? You got to spend some time and really dive into this work. And they did. They shocked me. I was so nervous when I came back from break. I was like, oh my gosh, please let this work. Please let this work, please. And they did. And each night they've taken a step further and further and further. And this past week we've really created a different vibe. And here we are in the 1860s telling this story. Definitely if you have a chance, read the director's notes. There's reasons that I picked this piece. This show is about perseverance. It's about a sisterhood, about having each other's backs in times of really, really difficult. The last year and a half has been so hard for this community, and I think that this show really talks about the resilience. It talks about bonding together as a community in those times of need, and this community has really done that. Last but not least, I want to thank my seniors, and this is where I'm going to get emotional. I came here 4 years ago. It was my first full-time teaching position, well not full-time, but teaching position here. I have been choreographing in many places. I run a summer program, but I came here and this is my first graduating class. And I really want to thank Ava and Amanda and Nikki who have been with me through all of it, through thick and thin. We've gone over the mountain and through the woods. So thank you to the parents of those amazing young women. They are my pride, and I think you'll be very, very proud of them, and I think you'll really enjoy their performance today, and I think you'll see that Agatha injects a little boost of excitement for the 3 of them. So the quartet of sisters are very exciting. So Without further ado, please make sure you silence your cell phones if you have them. If you have any candies or things, please unwrap them now, because they didn't have that crinkle back in the 1860s. They also didn't have cell phones in the 1860s. And without further ado, I hope you enjoy Little Women.
In the beginning, you're just a young thing, just another young creature of the universe, and you hardly know you're a girl. You're just so busy learning to walk and run, and ride if there's a horse handy, or if not, the limb of an apple tree. You want what you have, you want more. Christmas won't be Christmas without any presents.
It's so dreadful to be poor. I don't think it's fair for some girls to have plenty of pretty things, and other girls nothing at all.
We've got father, mother, and each other.
We don't have father, and we won't for a long, long time.
Well, there's a war on, and I think it's splendid of father to go as chaplain as he's too old to be a soldier. I wish I was a soldier.
I suppose we have to humor her.
We don't have father, but we have me. And what we're going to do, girls, is make our own kind of Christmas.
You aren't father.
No, but I'm to take his place. He said, a homemade Christmas, I say. A Christmas of our own invention.
You pretend you're father because you wish you were a boy.
So what if I do?
And you want any excuse to boss us.
Fiddlesticks! The play we've been rehearsing, girls, why don't we present it to Mother for Christmas?
Yes!
It's almost ready. If you know your lines, Amy.
Well, I do know my lines.
All right. We'll have the play, and that's not all.
Last Christmas, we had plum pudding and cranberries and oysters and presents all round. This year, we have corn pudding with raisins. Raisins, mind you. At least Joe and Meg are old enough to go out to parties. But Beth and I will have to stay here at home with our raisins.
Well, I won't be going to parties. My white muslin dress is worn out, and Joe spilled tea on my tarlatan.
Joe spilled tea, Joe spilled tea. Don't peek, Amy.
It's not just the tea stain. The dress is torn and mended in 3 places with the seam giving out in the back.
Well, just pretend you're a poor foreigner blown in from a storm, or a spy in orders to attend parties.
And what is so wrong with parties?
Don't get her started, Amy.
People ask you to dance, is what? And you're hurt if they don't, disgusted if they do, and then you step on their feet.
Boys.
Yes, unless you're a boy yourself, then you can stand with your back to the wall and frown down on everything.
Which is what you do anyway, isn't it, Joe? Well, if you won't dance, Joe, at least you could flirt.
Flirt? If you're going to flirt, Meg, then I'll have to stop you, because before you know it, some young man comes calling. What's that on your nose, Amy?
It's a clothespin.
If you're going to put a clothespin on your nose, Amy, you might as well wash a handkerchief and hang it.
Some young man comes calling, and then?
Comes calling to try and marry you. Ugh! The worst thing.
I don't see why it's the very worst thing. Didn't that hurt?
I don't care if it hurts. I want my nose to be extinguished, not flat and stumpy.
Extinguished?
In every feature, delicate and extinguished.
You mean distinguished, Amy.
They marry you, and then you cook and sew and take care to be sweet and pretty. In every feature, extinguished. And then your adventures are over and you might as well be dead.
Listen, Joe. Marmee married Papa.
That's different. They're our mother and father.
Don't worry, Joe. If I have to look ragged at a party, I'd really rather stay home.
Shoo, Beth. I'll let you see in a minute.
But I must go dressed raggedy every day to school.
School is not a party, and yes, you must.
Well, we're meant to go out and see the world. I only mean it's good to be home at Christmas.
Nobody sits at home but me.
Do you think you'd like to try school again, dear?
No, I simply can't bear too many faces.
Well, you're bashful, Beth, but you work so very hard at home, and your piano takes you to other places, doesn't it? To lands of enchantment. I'm writing you a storybook, by the way. Now, how's this?
The Christmas present!
It's for me, isn't it?
Amy, where'd you get it, Joe?
I bought it with my Christmas dollar.
But you were supposed to spend that on yourself.
I did. I spent it to please myself.
It's not for that new boy, is it? Old Madame Lawrence's grandson. I know you like to watch him ride his horse.
I would like to meet him, but I'd hardly give a present to a boy I haven't met.
I have guessed who it's for. You're too far afield.
It's for Mother.
Yes, it's for Marmee. I thought that would make me happiest. Now, let's get cracking. We've got the play and the carols to sing, and there's one present for Marmee.
I bought her a pair of gloves.
And I bought her handkerchief.
Bravo, Meg. Bravo, Beth.
And I kept my dollar.
It's all right, Amy. It's yours.
It's just, I haven't decided how to spend it yet. If I'm to be an artist, I must have pencils. Faber's drawing pencils.
What a glorious smell coming from the kitchen. It must be the pudding. Hannah, how's the pudding?
Don't shout, Joe.
Rehearsal, everybody. The Witch's Curse. Da-da-da-da! A Christmas opera.
What's Christmas have to do with it?
I'm working that in. Hannah, can you come watch a rehearsal? The fainting scene isn't right.
Hannah, what are you cooking?
You saw everything that went into it, dear.
Just corn pudding with raisins? Smells too delicious.
Watch this, Hannah. When Amy faints, it's supposed to be shocking. A great lady has fainted and all that, so a bell sounds. The curtains fly open. The Forbidden Tower, there. The beautiful Zara stands in the tower. Zara!
How soon may we eat, Hannah?
Not till evening. Ah, I must watch the pudding.
You stand here, Amy. Put your mind in fainting. Zara! Beautiful Zara! I give you one final chance or you die!
Let me get set. Here I go. I'm fainting!
You can't faint into a chair, Amy. You have to just drop. Watch this. Clasp your hands like so. This is your line, Amy.
She sounds like someone sticking her with pins.
Amy, are you even trying?
Yes, I'm trying, and you're not so brilliant. You don't look like any Hugo the villain.
Well, wait until I put on my black cloak. Observe the glint of my sword!
And you sound like you've got a frog in your neck, and I don't want to rehearse this stupid old play.
Frog in her throat, Amy.
I'm bored to tears with it, even if you did write it.
Is that so?
Amy, a play can't be any good without rehearsal.
It's too late. When the audience laughs, don't blame me.
They won't laugh. They'll say I'm pretty.
Marmee and Hannah will say you're pretty. And that's all you want out of like Christopher Columbus!
Is not, and don't swear.
I'll swear if I want. And what's more, laugh, dum dum dum
Don't,
dum.
Joe. It's boyish. I detest rude, unladylike girls.
And I hate little twits. Where are you going?
I have an errand.
You can't go now, the pudding's almost done.
Really, girls, you're both to blame. Amy, sometimes you are entirely too prissy.
And how is Joe to blame?
You have an errand? Then you best be on your way.
Come back directly. It won't be a long lecture. I know exactly what Meg will say.
You don't have to tell her, Meg. She knows. It's time you left off your boyish tricks, Josephine.
Josephine?
You best not call her Josephine. Aunt March calls her Josephine. I don't think she'll ever respond to Josephine.
Now that you're tall, Joe, now that you're tall and turn up your hair, you must remember that you are a lady.
I'm not. And if turning up my hair makes me one, then there. In the beginning, you're just a young thing and you hardly know you're a girl. You're just so busy learning to walk and run and
Ride, if there's a horse hand.
You're not helping, Beth.
And then they tell you, not that you're grown, but that you're a lady. And you'd best be still so somebody can come and claim you like a doll from a toy shop shelf.
Well, perhaps, but what else can you do?
Make my own living.
You'll work dreadfully hard.
I look forward to it. I'll do just as much as I'm allowed. I wonder what that Lawrence boy is doing now.
preparing for Christmas alone with his grandmother.
That does sound lonely. Suppose I wouldn't want to trade places with him tonight. I wish we could meet him, though.
Well, you can't. He's rich and we're poor.
Here's Marmee! Strike up, stoke the fire, she's here! 3 cheers and hallelujah!
Hurrah, she's here! Merry Christmas, Marmee. Let me take your cloak. Glad to find you so merry, my girl.
Sit here.
It's not my birthday.
You'll see.
Where are my slippers?
Just you wait.
Where's Amy? She's on some mysterious errand.
Here I am! Merry Christmas, Marmee!
Merry Christmas.
Now, open these first. You need them.
Slippers? New slippers?
First rate army issue.
Joe, dear, thank you. And for Meg?
Gloves.
Lovely children. How did you manage this?
You know what we did.
You spent your Christmas dollars on me?
I hemmed them myself, but the stitching's crooked.
Handkerchiefs hemmed with your own hands? Thank you, Beth. And from Amy?
It's the large bottle of cologne, not the small one. Though I was terribly tempted by drawing pencils. But instead, you see, it's the prettiest present of all.
Oh, really?
Now, Amy.
And I'm truly trying not to be selfish anymore. Pudding! Pudding!
You've all been so generous. Supper?
And here we are.
Hurrah for Hannah!
Hurrah for the pudding.
And applesauce, and hot tea, and cream.
Girls, there's something weighing on my mind. Mrs. Hummel from just around the corner? Well, I stopped in to see her just now, only to find her and her 6 children huddled in the corner to keep from freezing, for they have no food and no fire there either.
Well, it's good you told us before we started eating.
Yes, we'll give them our supper.
Our whole supper? Oh, Mother March, on Christmas Eve?
I know, Hannah, but they have nothing.
Yes, we will go. All right. I'll carry the pudding.
And firewood. I chopped a stack of firewood.
Let me push the wheelbarrow.
Capital, Marmee. If you and the little girls take supper to the Hummels, Meg and I will set up for the play.
The play? What play? Might there be a hero in this play? Or a villain in red boots?
It's a different play, Marmee.
Don't tell her the plot, Beth. Promise, Amy.
I'll not reveal a word.
It's about to begin. Beth is playing the overture.
Yes, I am.
The time of the year was Christmas. There was a lady named Beautiful Zara. I love her so much I'd kill or I'd die. She loves a fellow who calls himself Rodrigo. The witch's curse on Rodrigo. I cry, curse Rodrigo, curse Rodrigo.
Who is invoking the witch's curse?
I, Hugo, the villain. Give me a poison to kill Rodrigo and a potion. A love potion to make Zara love me.
I hate wicked Hugo. I spit in his eye. Hugo shall drink his own poison and die.
They call me Rodrigo. And may I present the beautiful Zara. Don't sing, Amy. You know you can't sing.
Isn't Amy pretty? And Joe is so good in both parts. You hardly know she's the same person.
It's just a masterpiece. A masterpiece!
Carry on, Amy, all the way to the top.
This doesn't feel very steady, Joe.
Someone's coming to the door.
What's the matter out there in the audience?
Mother, I'll see who it is.
Sorry. Please proceed.
All the way to the top, Zara.
I told you so! I told you so!
Sorry performance. Oh my word! Look who's here at the end.
Madam Lawrence, our kind neighbor.
Mrs. March. I heard you gave your supper to the poor.
How splendid of you. Children, this is Madame Lawrence, who lives just across the way, and
My grandson and his tutor.
I do admire your beard, Miss Marsh.
Call me Joe. You like climbing trees, don't you, Mr. Lawrence?
I do, and I'm not Mr. Lawrence. Call me Lori.
I'm Brooke, the voice tutor.
Margaret.
Margaret. So pleased to meet you, Margaret.
Just plain Meg. Call her Meg. And let's all be ourselves. I did so hope we'd have an excuse to meet you.
Thank you. And this is Beth, and this is Amy.
Look, Joe! Smoked chicken! Look! Real, actual mincemeat!
how can I thank you?
As it happens, I like music.
Oh, Beth, listen to this.
I love music, and sometimes I hear someone in this house play when I sit at my window.
Oh, she's a bit bashful.
You play beautifully.
But I'm afraid the old piano won't stay in tune.
Won't it now?
Merry Christmas, Aunt March!
I hate you have no presents and no supper, and so I see. It seems you need nothing.
Aunt March, our kind neighbor, Madame Lawrence.
Of course, we are acquainted. Charmed as always, Georgetta. Beth is playing piano for us.
Yes, I know all that.
No, but she plays with real feeling.
You climb trees too, don't you?
Don't answer that!
Oh, hush, Amy. If you want a real lady, there she is.
Josephine, come here to me.
Whatever are you wearing? Is this what you call your Christmas best?
Georgetta, you must sing for your supper. Beth?
Billy, bring your pipe and come. Robin, bring your fife and drum. We'll have music as we play. Toolaroo-laroo, pat-a-pat-a-pat. We'll have music as we play, for a Christmas should be gay.
And the genie said, I grant you no money, nor pretty dresses, but a spirit to trust your own efforts. There, that'll show Meg. Drat, can't show until tomorrow. She's off overnight to one of her parties. The end, signed, Josephine March. All done. A whole book of stories. Bethy's going to love it.
Why don't you go and find out?
There's a note here, Bethy. It's to you.
Here.
Well, glory be. It's yours. Well, go ahead, Bethy. Go ahead.
For the little musician from old Madame Lawrence. And what's this? From Joe?
It's not even her birthday.
Open that later.
My book of stories from Joe. Thank you, Joe. Thank you. But how could I ever thank her?
Well, unless I'm very much mistaken, she is hovering near a window waiting to hear you play.
What shall I play? Oh.
Look! Here's Meg! But she's supposed to be at her party.
Her ladyship, home from the wicked world.
Home early, Meg?
Yes, I've had a beastly time.
Oh no, Meg. I can't believe that. Did you know Meg knows all the dances? She clicks her heels, she bats her eyes, she fans her low-cut gown.
Wait a minute. Meg doesn't own a low-cut gown.
And what was that sparkly stuff in the glass, Meg?
Be quiet, Lori. What would you have me do? Stand with my back to the wall in my dowdy frock? Meg, the freak from the poor, eccentric, bookish family.
Oh. Are you ashamed of us, Margaret?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I'm really so glad to be home.
No, Meg. I'm the one who's sorry. Bethy, you have your piano. I'll go congratulate Grandmother.
It's all right, Lori. Thank you for fetching me home.
Goodbye, then. Oh, Joe. This should fix things. Open it now. It's for today.
I didn't mean any of that, Joe. Marmee, I want to fess up. It's true. I romped, I flirted, I drank champagne.
You flirted? But we discussed that. We said no flirting.
I let them dress me up in borrowed frippery.
You wore a low-cut gown?
But then, standing at the punch bowl, I started to feel peculiar. The gossip! They all think you have plans for us, Marmee, that you want us to know Lori because he has money, so he'll marry us. I mean, one of us.
How peculiar.
It's not peculiar. It's ridiculous. You don't have any plans for us, Marmee. I'll tell Lori, won't he shout?
You mustn't tell. Have you no pride? Of course she won't tell.
All right, I won't.
Listen, Meg, shall I tell you who you are? You are a fine young girl, the daughter of a family not rich nor inclined to follow fashion. And, as it happens, Joe, I do have plans for my girls. To be accomplished and good, to have a happy youth, and to be well and wise and married.
Or to be splendid old maids.
That's right, Joe. And either way, to be ready for duty and capable of joy. Beth, Amy, shall we fetch tea?
I had a beastly time.
Meg, did you really flirt?
I tried. I don't know if I succeeded.
You won't go all silly on me now, will you, Meg? You won't turn all stupid and blank and pine after young men? Because Lori's invited us to the theater this very afternoon. Here's my kind of social occasion.
Don't shout. We're standing right under your mouth.
Nose, Amy. For heaven's sake, what, Joe?
It's for me and Meg. Lori's invited us to the theater this very afternoon to see The Hall of the Mountain King.
What do we have to wear?
Well, whatever. We're not the show. We're the audience.
You just go off and leave Beth and me here at home?
I want to be at home. My piano.
You must let me come too, Meg. I've got nothing to do and I am so bored. I'll ask Lori. He'll say yes.
You can't go, Amy, so don't be a baby about it.
Suppose we take her. Mother wouldn't mind.
It would be rude after Lori invited only us to go and drag Amy in.
I shall go. Meg says I may.
You can't, dear. You weren't invited. Gloves, Joe.
I can't wear mine. I poured lemonade on them and both are spoiled.
Here. Quick, take that good glove and wear it, and hold the other one in your other hand.
What pose, girl?
Here's Lori.
I shall go.
We don't have time for this. Coming, Lori!
You'll be sorry, Joe March. See if you are.
Fiddlesticks, Amy, just drink your tea.
Oh, Amy, I'm sorry. Would you like to play checkers?
I'm off to the village on errands. Would you two like to come?
I think I would.
No, thank you. Well, goodbye, Amy.
Bye. Bye, Laurie. Bye, Mr. Brooke.
See you in a bit, Joe? Skating?
Right. Goodbye.
Bye.
Hello, Amy. Hello, Amy. Someone say hello, Amy.
Of course, dear. Hello.
Amy, you've done something. I can see it in your face.
Tell us about the play, we're dying to know.
Well, it was called The Hall of the Mountain King.
We know what it was called. You think you can see right through me, don't you? You think you know everything. You think you run the world.
You've dumped my drawers out, haven't you? You've messed with my pen and papers?
No, I haven't. The play had a story.
Well, first the prince comes on in satin robes, and then these little elves all in
My
green.
drawers are fine. Nothing's wrong with my writing stuff.
A prince and elves and what else?
Beth, where's your book? The book I just finished writing for you. You've got it, haven't you? You know where it is then?
No, I don't.
That's a lie. Where is it?
I don't know where it is because it isn't anywhere.
What? You've torn it up. You've burnt it up. You wicked, wicked girl. I finished it, but I can't find it again. I'll never forgive you as long as I live.
How could you? You know how mean she was.
That's no excuse. She can be sorry for being mean, but you can't bring her book back.
Oh, Joe, your lovely storybook. I'm sure she's sorry.
Well, I am sorry.
It doesn't matter if she's sorry.
Don't talk about me like I'm not in the room. Meg!
I won't comfort you, Amy.
Girls, what's all this?
Oh, Marmee. Amy is gone. Joe and I went off to the theater, and Amy wanted to go too, but wasn't invited. Joe was sharp about it, and so...
And so I tore up Joe's book and I threw it into the fire, and I feel like I've murdered something, and all I can say is I'm sorry.
I see. Well, Amy?
I am sorry. I'm truly terribly sorry. Please forgive me, Joe. I'm very sorry.
I'll never forgive you. She doesn't deserve it.
Laura's at the door. Come to take you skating, Joe?
I can't. Tell him what happened. I can't see anyone.
Go with Lori, dear. Don't think. Just go.
I shall go too.
Amy, do you really wish to make things worse?
I'm not invisible. I want to show her I'm sorry.
Joe will want to forgive her. They'll find a way.
Come in, madame.
Look who I our door. Uninvited, a rogue and a beggar.
More a queen, at least in this household.
Up, sit down, dear girl. I didn't come to frighten you. I came to hear you play.
Madam Lawrence.
No, don't say a word.
Dear Madam Lawrence.
Shh. Play.
What would you like to hear, madam?
Oh, anything. Very nice.
How kind you are!
Is that our Beth?
Knock me over with a feather.
Amy? What is it, Lori?
She'll be fine, I think. Get her straight to bed.
She fell through the ice.
Oh my word.
Shall I fetch a doctor?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
We were skating and Lori pulled her out and
She's alright. She'll want out of bed in a minute.
you did it all, Lori. I skated ahead even though I knew she was behind us, and if she did die, it would have been my fault.
I think she's alright, Joe.
Come, my boy.
She's fine, really. All rosy again.
It's my dreadful temper. You can't guess how bad it is. I'll do something awful one day and spoil my life.
Joe, dear, I have a temper.
You, Mother? Why, you're never angry.
I've been trying to cure it for 40 years. I am angry nearly every day of my life.
You are, aren't you? When you fold your lips together.
Oh, do I?
Yes, but you don't storm around and shout. You have some secret.
No, not really. It's mysterious. Myself, sometimes so bitter, and at other times able to control it.
You mean Grace?
Yes, and I mean life itself. What makes people do terrible things, awful things, petty things. Often, I don't understand.
You understand it's best not to explode.
Yes, my darling. Here's Amy now.
I'm so sorry, Joe.
Amy, I'm sorry too.
I had the littlest girl fall through the ice. I'm all right now, but to fall through the ice, well, it was dreadfully frightening. The edges of the ice were sharp and jagged. The water was as cold as Antarctica.
Really? As cold as Antarctica.
I believe she's recovered.
Excuse the intrusion.
Mr. Brooke.
Good evening, all. Good evening, Margaret.
Margaret.
I hate to interrupt. I'm to deliver this telegram.
Father?
Father is very sick at the front. I must go to him. My traveling bag.
I'll fetch it. Let me go with you.
Joe, dear, I need you here.
Mrs. March, I'll accompany you.
Yes, thank you.
I suppose I should take the girls home with me. It's a large home, but it has very many fragile and valuable items.
Aunt March, you are so very kind.
Perhaps I'll just take one girl. A small, pretty one with lovely manners.
Aunt March, you are most kind, but it might cause jealousy and resentment if you took only one. And you can't take all. I fear it's not practical.
No, I fear not.
Amy, you've outdone yourself.
Girls, where's Joe?
Handkerchiefs, an extra shawl, and soap.
But Marmy, you won't be here. You're always here, and I will miss you.
You mustn't give us a thought, Marmee. We'll carry on. Go on to your dear husband. I'll be mother. And I shall be...
Father, uncle, and grandfather, all in one.
Girls.
Amy. You'll be good? You'll be kind to each other?
We'll be gilded angels.
We will.
We will.
Joe. The danger's almost past, she said. Stop sweeping, Joe. You swept twice today already.
You're right. We've been gilded angels for over a month. We've scrubbed, dusted, swept darned a million socks.
And I miss you all, but thank God and John Brooke for his constant assistance. John Brooke.
The chores really are all done, aren't they? I'm going up to the garret to work on my war story. Hello, Beth.
You look tired, Bethy. Where have you been?
I'm off to war!
Bless you. Hi. Joe, the Hummel's baby is sick and I don't feel...
Come up to my garret, Bethy. I'd love to have you. I can scribble and you can drink tea.
I'm going to write to Mother. Any messages?
Don't tell her I'm sick. We won't. You're just tired.
Then afterwards, I may write to Mr. Brooke.
Do you mean Brooke, my tutor?
Lori, don't eavesdrop. You'll find Joe in the garret.
Is she back at her scribbling? Good.
Beth's not feeling well.
Are you sick, Beth?
No. You might have a fever.
Have you put Beth to bed? Here's her medicine.
Medicine, Hannah?
Beth's been exposed to scarlet fever. You've had it, haven't you, Meg?
Yes, a mild case, and so is Joe. But not Amy. Oh my heavens, we have to keep Amy out of the house.
Why?
Beth, there. We must get Amy out of the house.
What is it, everyone?
Medicine, dear. Haven't you told?
No. Sorry, I didn't even think of exposing others. Joe, you've had it. Lori, have you had scarlet fever?
Yes, I have.
Oh no. Beth, is that it? Scarlet fever?
Aunt Marge will take Amy. Oh, Amy. Sorry. You really will manage her really well. She is pernickety.
Yes, I understand her.
You must go right now, Amy.
I'll take Amy over in grandmother's carriage.
Goodbye, Beth. Goodbye, Amy.
Scarlet fever?
The Hummel baby is so sick. But I won't get the fever. I can't get the fever, not with Mother away.
Let's get you to bed. You'll have whatever you have.
We won't worry your mother, dear. I nursed others through the fever, Bethy, and will nurse you.
Any better?
Hello, Joe.
I didn't mean to wake you. She's awake, Meg. Would you like me to read to you?
I wish I could see Amy. So do I, but if she comes to the house, it'll be too tempting and she'll have to come in.
Letters! One for Joe, one for Beth, 3 for Meg,
Thank you.
and I've got a funny secret.
Oh, tell us. We could use a laugh.
Oh, I don't know. Beth, you've impressed everyone else with your fever, but not me.
Lori!
What? I'm not impressed. I want you to give me a different show. Show me Grendel with his arm torn off, dragging Beowulf down to the watery depths. That's better. Now, Cleopatra driving a herd of elephants.
Well, I've got a secret myself.
Do you now? You tell first.
All right, well, you won't tell anyone?
Not a word.
You know the war story I've been working on? I left it with the editor of the paper.
Oh, Joe, how wonderful!
It won't come to anything.
It will come to something. I know it will. We'll see it in print and won't be proud of our author. I'd have to hurrah. Hurrah for Joe!
Okay, now your secret. Play fair.
I know where Meg's glove is.
In her drawer.
No, it's not. Brooke has it. Meg dropped it in the carriage the day we went to the theater. Brooke said he'd return it to her, but he never did.
Is the glove plain or lace?
Lace?
It's not Meg's glove, it's Joe's. And I'm afraid it's spoiled. It's got a big splotch of lemonade.
It doesn't matter. Brooke thinks it's Meg's, and he carries it with him everywhere. Isn't that romantic?
No, I think it's horrid! Bethy, you look a bit...
Tired. I think I'll rest my eyes. Do you hear music?
Yes. Grandmother's playing by the open window for you. Shall I tell her you like it?
Oh, yes.
And when will you play for her again?
Not today. Off with you, Lori.
I thought you'd be amused.
The thought of someone coming to take Meg away? I'm warning you, Lori, not another word.
You'll feel better when someone comes for you.
I'd like to see anyone try.
Well, I believe I'll just slink home.
Shall we call the doctor again?
No. He's come already today. He'll come again tomorrow.
Listen, Lori's joined his grandmother in playing. However he offended you, he's trying to beg your pardon.
Of course I forgive him. I always do.
Do you think Bethy can hear it while she sleeps? I wish Marmy were here with us.
Yes.
Oh, Marmy, I'm so glad you're home.
I came the instant I got Joe's telegram.
Listen, they've been playing all night. Oh, Marmy, when I knew you were coming, I felt sure she'd improve.
I'd like to think my love was that powerful.
When will Father be well enough to travel?
Not for some time yet.
Let me, Meg. I'd do anything. Anything to make her well.
So would we all, Joe, but it's out of our hands.
Marmy's asleep. May I close my eyes a minute, Joe?
Please do. I'm quite awake.
Joe?
Yes, Beth, it's me.
Hello, Joe.
Beth, do you recognize me? Are you with us again?
Joe.
Please don't go. I'd love you ever so much, more than before. Just, I miss you too terribly.
Oh, Joe, and I'll miss.
Yes. What will you miss?
I'm gonna miss. Oh, the piano, the sun on the trees.
You must think of what you will miss. You must fight.
I'm gonna miss you, Joe.
Don't say that. Listen, Beth. I'll stay right with you. Yes, we'll be the stay-at-home daughters and keep house for father and mother in their old age. Think of how nice that will be, please.
Joe, don't like the others.
Or a journey. I'll take you to lands far away. I mean it.
I know you do. It's just that I'm so very tired.
A sunny place where you can get better.
There is a place, Joe. I think I have to go alone.
No, Beth. Don't say that.
I can't.
I'll even give up my wildness, my silly writing. Just please don't go tonight, Beth. Please stay.
I can't. Someone's calling me.
Oh, Beth, listen to the music. Lori and his grandmother are playing for the window for you, but do you hear? Goodbye, Beth. Goodbye. Mother! Meg! She's gone!
I've been practicing Beth's carol. Lori's helping me.
I cleaned Father's study. dusted all his books.
He won't arrive home today, Hannah. His letter said he'd arrive at Christmas.
A mere 2 weeks.
Mr. Brooke!
Excuse me for barging in.
You're home, Mr. Brooke. Is Father with you?
No, he sent me on ahead. I bring his love and my love and our deep sorrow over her.
Yes, thank you.
Is, perhaps anyone else at home?
Yes, Joe's home. Shall I call her?
No. Just tell them all I'm home.
Your umbrella!
Who was that?
Mr. John Brooke.
And Father?
Not yet. Father sent Mr. Brooke home ahead of him.
Did John say anything else?
Since when do we call him John?
He said he brings his love. He forgot his umbrella.
Drat, I'll take it to him.
Mother calls him John, and after all he's done to help us, I think she'd like him better.
Well, if you call him John, he'll go romantical.
Oh, nonsense.
Well, if he did, what would you say?
I'd simply say that I'm too young, that he's very kind, but we must simply remain friends as before.
Good. That's stiff and cool enough.
And then I'd walk with great dignity from the room.
Excuse me, I seem to have left my umbrella.
Come, Amy, something's burning on the stove. Remember what you planned to say.
Good evening, Margaret. What do you plan to say?
Mother would like to see you. I'll call her.
Your mother's not home. I saw her in the village. Are you afraid of me, Margaret?
No, of course not. Welcome home, Mr. Brooke. You've been so kind to Marmee and Father.
Margaret, while I was gone, your letters meant so much to me.
Yes, we're all so grateful to you, Mr. Brooke.
Lovely letters, so full of home.
Oh no, please don't.
I only want to know if you care for me. A little.
I don't know. I'm all flustered. Please just go away.
What's all this?
Hello, Aunt March.
I came to call on your father.
Father isn't home yet. I'm so surprised to see you.
That's evident. And who is that man?
Father's friend.
And what is father's friend saying to make you blush like a peony?
Mr. Brooke just came to get his umbrella.
That boy's tutor. Making a proposal.
Hush! He'll hear you.
You don't mean to marry this man. If you do, not one penny of my money goes to you.
I shall marry whom I please, Aunt March.
Tighty. He's poor, I'll wager, and has no rich relations.
No, but he has many warm friends.
He knows you've got rich relations.
Aunt March, how dare you? My John is above such meanness. My John wouldn't marry for money any more than I would. We're used to being poor and willing to work. I shall be with him, and he loves me.
Well, I wash my hands of the whole affair. I'm done with you. With all of you. Forever!
Oh, thank you for defending me. So you do care for me.
I didn't know how much till she insulted you.
So you won't send me away. You'll let me stay and be happy.
Yes, John.
And shall we tell them all at Christmas? I don't think the secret will keep. Congratulate us, Sister Joe.
Oh no. Amy, come quick. John Brooke is acting dreadfully and Meg likes it.
It's going to be a romantic Christmas.
Ugh.
Seriously, Joe, you're just grumbling out of habit. And put your book down. We aren't little children anymore.
I don't like the look on your face.
We're only 16.
And Meg is 17.
Which is much too young for anything.
There's something I must say. Must ask you.
I have a suspicion what it is. Lori, don't.
I must. We've got to have it out.
I don't plan to listen.
You must. Think of what we are to each other. We do everything together. Joe, I've loved you ever since I've met you.
Well, I love you too, Lori, but not love with a capital L. That's not...
I'm in love with a capital L.
I never meant to entangle you.
I want to be entangled.
But you know my views on
marriage. You say you're against it, but girls are so strange you never really know. So, I must ask, will you, Joe?
Don't say it.
Marry me, Joe.
I can't say yes truly, so I won't say it at all. I'm happy as I am, and I love my liberty too well. And not only that...
What? Say it all.
I can't go off on my own and leave father and mother. I promised Beth.
Why, Joe? You aren't made for that.
I promised. And not only that, I don't think I'll ever marry.
There'll come a time when you care for somebody and love him tremendously and live and die for him. You will. It's your way, and I will have to
I doubt that very much. I've done my best. I'll never marry you, and the sooner you believe it, the better for both of us. So now we've had it out.
Just a moment. Where are you going, young man?
To the devil.
What's the matter, Lori?
Joe. Sir.
I've been wanting to meet you, Lori.
Mr. March. I'll leave you to your family, sir.
As long as you promise to return and help us celebrate Christmas.
I'll do my best.
Girls, there's someone here to see you. Meg, Amy, Joe?
Yes, Mother? What is it?
Oh my heavens, Father!
It's Father!
Oh, my dear Amy. Let's look at you, Meg.
Father, you're home! You're home!
Where is she? My lieutenant? Joe! Guess who's home?
Father, is that really you? Father, you look absolutely well.
And you look fierce and wonderful. How's my Joe?
Me? I'm fine. Perfectly fine. Fine.
No, you don't seem... No, there's something.
Everyone's leaving. Beth's gone. Meg is going, and now I've sent Lori away. I can't marry him. I really can't.
No, perhaps not.
I'm too young. I've always meant to go and do things.
So, say no for now. What things will you do?
Oh, I'll sweep the kitchen and keep the garden, and iron the curtains.
And what about your adventures? What about your writing?
Nothing. I don't care for it. It's childish.
Very strange. I don't know this young woman. Somewhat of a drudge, I'd say. Perhaps an old pope.
Don't say that of me, Father. I can't help it.
Well, I believe you can do anything you put your mind to. Seriously, Joe, you are trying my patience.
I'm sorry. Please ignore me. Don't pay me any mind.
Jojo, forgive your old father. There is something seriously weighing on you. You must tell me what it is. Come, fess up.
It's just... I promised Beth that I would stay here with you and Mother and give up my wildness and my silly scribbling.
And what did Beth respond?
She was too weak to answer. I don't like to remember it.
Well, I will respond for her. Mother and father will take care of each other. Birds are meant to fly the nest. If I had stayed home with my parents, Joe, would I be sitting here with my daughter?
No, I suppose not.
I mean, you are growing up. There's no going around it. And as for your silly scribblings, why, Beth would call them writings, wouldn't she? Beth was always so proud of your writing.
Yes. When I think of it, I believe she'd want me to go on.
Yes, so go back to your writings again.
Yes. I'll do it. I'll go on. I'll write whole books and be a writer.
Good. Now that's my joke.
Now we're finally all together.
Yes, we are.
Dear nephew,
At long last, all together.
I thought she was done with us forever.
Of course not. You just don't understand her.
We all miss Beth very much, don't we? But it's nearly Christmas and Beth would want us to celebrate.
Madam Lawrence.
Oh, here's my boy. Have I told you the news? I'm sending him to Europe for a season.
Don't worry. Italy. France.
I thought she'd accept him. Girls are a mystery.
What can I say? She knows her own mind.
Shall we sing?
Will we bring your pipe and come, Robin, bring your fife and drum? We'll have music as we play, tooraloo, cat-a-pat-a-pan. We'll have music as we play, for Christmas should be gay. Bring your pipe and come, Robin, bring your fife and drum. We'll have music as we play, tooraloo, cat-a-pat-a-pan. We'll have music as we play, for Christmas should be gay.
Thank you.